This is just a quick demo showing my gold find shit and how you can use it in an Act 5 on T6 to generate basically a fuckload of gold. Um, the thing it's doing it to start with is in this ring I've got a socket on it and I've got this gem called Boon of a Hoarder, which basically, as you can see, I've ranked it up to level 22 so far. It has a 58% chance on killing an enemy to cause an explosion of gold. This gem, I got it from Greed, who's a goblin boss at the end of the portal you get from killing a treasure goblin. It's a random thing that happens, what, 1% chance of spawning it every time you kill a goblin. And but it does drop, the boss, once you kill him, does drop this gem every single time. Because it's a legendary gem, and that's the only place you can get it, you've actually got to socket it into either a ring or a neck piece. So I've managed to get into this ring and still keep it some reasonable stats, as you can see. Gear wise, it's not brilliant. I've got a lot of stuff working on as much gold as I can get, as you can see by 33% there on the harvester's um, pants there. I'm not using any set bonuses or anything because I'm trying to maximize obviously the gold output. Gold find is not great. You can do a lot better. I think you can get over 11% pretty easy, but I can't compromise too much on the gear because I need a reasonable amount of DPS and obviously quite a fair bit of vitality to get through this actual encounter because it is T6. There are a lot of mobs around. I'm using specifically to help me out with this, as you can see, apart from things like putting lots of vitality in my chest piece here instead of having intellect gems, I'm using this belt. Now, looking at it, you think, okay, Demon Hunter, you an idiot. What the fuck are you wearing that for? But I've basically changed because it dropped on my Demon Hunter, and I haven't been able to get one actually on my Witch Doctor itself. This is has been converted. You can see I've rolled the main stat, which was originally dexterity, into intelligence. I got a 493 roll, which is pretty good. But obviously, I have wanted to roll that as a priority rather than rolling off of the specific Demon Hunter bonus. Now, why I'm still using this is because of the fact, as you can see on gold pickup, you gain armor for 5 seconds equal to the amount you picked up. Now, this is obviously brilliant for one reason alone. It makes you, if you pick up a lot of gold, which we will be doing, for 5 seconds you're going to be practically invulnerable. You don't get a visual representation of like how if you've got the armor on or not, unless you've got your character page open. So you have to think in your head, get the timing right, or like move slightly as and when the gold's appearing, just to make sure you keep picking up and keeping that armor bonus stacking. Otherwise, you can get fucked when you and live seriously. Elite will screw me up unless I'm really careful. But you'll see how this is actually working in game as I'm actually killing stuff. I'm moving slightly to pick up the gold, and that is obviously stacking up the armor, so I can move into elites, and I'll be fine for a little while as long as I kill them pretty quickly. It does take a little while to kill stuff, but I've got things on the gear like fetish army boosts and whatever else. Gold skin is obviously in a specific chest piece I'm using here because there's a chance for enemies to drop gold when you hit them. My braces have picking up gold grants experience, but I've got this mainly for the 32% extra gold from monsters. On my shoulders I'm wearing the on my gloves I'm wearing the gladiator gauntlets, which gives you a massacre bonus boost where gold will rain from the sky. You get a lot of massacre bonuses here because the actual level I'm going into is an Act 5, and from there you're tripping traps everywhere, and there's loads of little shits coming out there trying to murder you. One more thing I'll mention is I'm using a Thing of the Deep. Reason I'm using that is mainly, apart from it being what I used to be my main piece, to be fair, because of the fact it's a reasonably good mojo. But the main boost from this is it increases the gold and health pickup range, as you can probably see, by 20 yards. That means that if I'm getting low on health for whatever reason, I'm getting spanked by something, and if health pots within 20 yards of myself, I can just move slightly and that'll pull them all into me. And it's obviously the other benefit is it's going to bring all the gold to me. I don't have to go around running over all of it constantly and slow myself down. Skills wise, if I come out of that, I'm using Fetish Army for obvious reasons. I mean, those little fetishes are little bastards. I've got boosted damage on some of them as well, on some of my gear. I use Plague of Toads, or Reign of Toads, which basically those things will proc fetishes. So I'm generating them passively anyway, as well as being able to throw 5 more into the fray as and when I need to in an emergency. So I could in theory have up to you know, 20 of them running around. Spirit Walk, lifesaver. I don't think I've ever had any spec where I won't use that, because that's my way of getting out of shit. You know, you literally leave your physical thing for 2 seconds, and you can just get the fuck out of it. And you can also go through walls. You know, it saves your life. Big bad voodoos, getting an elite up or a lot of mobs up, and you want to kill them quickly. Bang that, off we go. Obviously, summon zombie dogs. I don't have my tall man's finger on this set, so you know, I'm using single dog. Well, there'll be 4 dogs running around instead of my one big zombie dog. But in some ways that works better, because obviously they will tank for you. And the only other thing I'm using, which is I think is essential, is piranhas and piranado, which basically when you throw, as I'll demonstrate here, that's one big wave there. It sucks them all in, and then you can just like rain of toads them down, and you're procking fetishes at the same time. You know, that is really good for mopping these buggers up. Apart from that, as you can see from the sheet, it's 1,134 damage. It's, you know, I've got a lot better. Well, I say a fair bit better when I'm normally about in my normal gear, but this is okay for what I'm doing. And you know, you have to account this isn't actually showing things like pet damage and other stuff. You know, like anything which has got the here, for example, on the chance to deal 11% area damage, a little orange stat means it's not actually showing in your sheet DPS. So you know, there's a lot more damage going on than it would appear to start with, just judging by you know what's actually listed here. Show it in action now. The map I use is on Act 5. Here we go, West March, and then I go into Ruins of Corvos. Someone showed me this in a video, and I thought it was really good. What you do have to remember with this, though, is you're going to have to go through and literally you know, pick up everything, walking on its walls, and then, you know, because that activates a lot of trap areas where these little monsters come. I'll just shut up now and show it in action, bringing zombie dogs up and some fetishes to start with. And then we start running around and start mopping them up. You'll start seeing the gold piles pile up soon. As soon as they start going down, 11k there. There we go. Now, Finger of the Deep is going to pick them all up. I've now put my armour has gone up by that equivalent amount, so I keep moving around. But once there you go, you can see the amounts there. If you look in the bottom right of the screen, you'll be able to see the amount of gold I'm picking up each time. It starts off slowly until you start getting a wrecking crew of mobs coming in, and that's when it gets really interesting, like these little bastards here. You don't get a lot of elites in this particular area. You may have a bounty in here, but you don't bother going for it, because you know you're here for gold and gold alone, pretty much. But mostly running around near, here they come. There's some little bastards in there. You can see them. But you do need a lot of them to spawn to really show the benefits of this. And here we go. This is what's going to show it off now. When you get a big pack like that, sometimes I'll big bad voodoo through it just to get them all down and watch that gold rack up. You see what I mean? It's absolutely fucking crazy. When I go and pick this lot up, I mean, that's not even a big pile compared to, you know, some of the areas you can get to in this particular zone. But the stacks here, I mean, I can see like 20k stacks here, there. And the thing in the deep's going to pick it all up. I mean, that's just over 1 million now of gold just picked up from one little quick trash pack. You get an idea how much this is going to generate for me by the end of the run. I didn't look at what my gold is on before I actually started, but I've got a feeling it was about 734 million. And you know, once I do a bit of this, I won't do the whole thing, because after a while, even seeing loads of gold like this will actually become boring. Although, funny enough, it doesn't actually to me. But here you go, look at loads of them coming in. I moved just slightly to get the bonus up, and the armor bonus just as well, because that fucking elite almost nailed me. I get that little cunt down, get all this gold up to get all my armor up. At the moment, it's showing my toughness of 496 million. You get the idea. As long as I keep procking gold, I should be getting down, because he is nasty. Keep getting the gold. My armor's up to stupid amounts, and he can't kill me at the moment, because I've got that much. Just drop him down. Bye bye, bad guy. And well, you've seen the amount of gold that's coming out of this. You know, we are talking millions. Actually, I'm just looking at it. I'm hoping this screen grab, this video recording software, isn't actually capping a 0 off there. Otherwise, it looks like I'm getting 110k instead of 110, instead of 1 million 100k. Let's have a look. Get some more. Come on. As I say, it works best when you've got loads of little bastards running around. Usually, you're getting by hitting little ancient remains here or hitting the windows. Okay, come to the corner. Go find another area. These things here, you tend to find they come jumping out from that. come. And off we go. Let's just say it's an ideal scenario. You want some gold up, and you might get my finger to pick it up, give myself some armor in case they all start coming through and being particularly unfriendly. Let's get this lot up. Come on. As I say, the damage isn't brilliant, I don't think anyway. It could probably be a lot more, but you have to compromise. When you get gold gear, sometimes you just have to compromise on certain stats to make sure you're actually able to survive. I mean, that's why that belt is useful for that. Oh, look at these little bastards. And with these big boys, because they take a little while to go down, and you might be not having enough gold on the ground to boost your armor up, sometimes it's better to big bad voodoo through them. I mean, you have to obviously allow for the fact it is T6, and these things are hitting like fucking trucks. Alright. So generally, walking around window areas, you tend to tick them off. Like that, see? Just literally like activating traps. Here they come. Now this lot here should actually generate, if I don't use my move to get my finger to deep up, you get an idea how much gold you can pick out from this. Off we go. And the zone itself is, oh shit, spirit walk there. You see I need to kill myself and be stupid. Get the armor. Well, that should be good enough for 5 seconds. Coming everywhere. Can't pick up the gold quick enough. Here they come. If I don't pick any up, look at this. I mean, that's just fucking insane. I mean, these are huge 10k. There's a 134k stack up there. So when I pick this lot up, you can see I've just picked up 2.5 million gold. You know, that's more than you'd pick up, you know, leveling through all Act 1 to Act 5. You know, even on something like playing Torment 1 probably. That's what makes this gem so bloody useful. Once you can actually, but it is RNG whether you're going to get the Goblin Portal up and jobbing the boss to actually get that gem. But yeah, you rank it up a bit, you know, you get stupid money. As I say, the zone did start off a bit slow to start with, but you know, it soon picks up once you start, you know, hitting traps or whatever and getting them going. See, now I'll just put my spirit walk up there because these little bastards almost got me. There's elites in there as well. This gets nasty now. Just keep a goal coming, keep stacking up the armor bonus, which I'll do in a second. Yeah, I'm gonna have to exit fucking stay left here. This is gonna get nasty. Ugh. No gold. Shit. Yeah, see what I mean? If you're not careful with keeping track of where you are, then, you know, and making sure you've got that gold armor boost on there, you don't get enough gold up quick enough, you can put yourself in a nasty situation like that. Luckily, my zombie dogs and fetish army are off cooldown, so I can get myself pretty much back in the fray straight away, like so, because these elites, they are murderous, you know, in this particular build. Especially when there's so many of them, I can't get any gold up. Mostly, you could, you know, if they've got reflect damage, you try and let your pets deal with them. I mean, I'm going to spirit walk. Oh shit, missed it. I was about to spirit walk out of there just to stop myself getting fucking murdered. Now it is a bit tricky because of the fact that I've got my zombie dogs are on cooldown. So basically, get there, go over an area I've already been, and get the hell out of there. My enchantress has been enchanting them, to be fair, to get them out, to sort of keep them off me for a bit. So I just get far enough away until I get them off cooldown, so I can do it back again. Yeah, these are reflect damage, so they are really, really fucking dangerous if you've got pets up to deal with them. But obviously I'm procking pets as well, which could well save my ass because of the fact that they'll come along and they'll start tanking shit. And once I can start picking up gold again, which is what I'm able to do now, I've got these little buggers back up. I should be able to get through this now. But, you know, it's a dangerous way of playing it. And there they go. Nasty little bastards. And then once you got through a little encounter like that, you can get back on with it again. As I say, I'm not sure what I started off with, but I mean, I haven't even gone for a quarter of this particular zone. and it's probably increased massively. I'll just clear this bit here and take a look at it so I can compare. Right, so I think I was on about 730 or something along that line. I'm 752 now, so from messing about there and 3 deaths from being careless, I still pulled 22 million this run. It's not even finished, and I will be obviously all you need to do is leave game, reset it, and just jump back in again, and just start again basically. I mean, you'd get bored doing it constantly all the bloody time. But this is a way of, like, when I've been spending a particularly shitload of money on upgrading gems or whatever, just quickly jump in here with a gold find suit, make a load of gold, and off you go again. You don't get much else, though, unfortunately. You won't sort of like pick up stuff like loads of gems. And I generally don't tend to bother with the elites unless I'm forced to take one on, or any other events, because you're going to get less for them than you are for just going around killing a bit of trash. And, I'm not here for that. And as I say, I don't think gear-wise I'm really set for taking on loads of elites unless I'm really careful with the fucking gold armor boosting thing, which I'm not. I'm fucking careless. So there you go. Gives an idea anyway. Right, if I just head back to town, and then if you get an idea from the repair costs. I mean, as I say, I was stupid, and that's how I got myself killed, and I had to flip in. You're fighting your way back half the time. But I don't mind making 2 million and paying a repair bill of 13, nearly 14k. Yeah, I can live with that. Right, that's it.